So hi guys, welcome to Simplify with Swapna. After my first video on how to filter A to Z alphabetically in a Power BI dashboard, I got a lot of queries as to why Power BI should be used and who should actually use Power BI and why to study it, etc. etc. So I thought before diving into super technical stuff, let us actually go through why is it required and which category of people can actually benefit from learning Power BI and going through this series. So let's start today's video. And as you can see on my screen, you can see a dashboard which I have downloaded from the Microsoft site. And this is I can call it a simple dashboard of customer profitability, where you can see they have given the number of customers, the revenue, the products, number of the total revenue by region, and when you hover around, actually it gives you this data of amount, etc. Now when you go through this dashboard, you will understand that actually what this dashboard has done is that it has taken your data and it has modeled your data in such a way that it can be fed to any common man who can use this. Okay, you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to be a data engineer to actually deduce data. So Power BI, if you go by definition, it is just a business intelligence tool by Microsoft, but actually it makes a bridge between data and your client. So as a data engineer, even if I know what happens in the background, what is happening with the data, what are the null values, and why is the data loading late, and the ETL processes associated with it, the raw data and the filtering, etc., etc. But the client is not aware and he doesn't want to also. This is when Power BI comes into picture. Every day he or she can just come in, just visualize, check the data, and they will be like good to go. Peace of mind for him and for you too. Okay, so this is where actually Power BI comes into picture. We will have a detailed discussion. I have made a presentation, kind of a small PPT, where we can go through each facets of actually who and should use Power BI and why is it so necessary in today's industry. So let's open our presentation. So let's start with our presentation over here. Okay. So yes, Power BI is easy to use, but I won't use this word easy so soon. Being worked on Power BI, I know that we can face some problems which may be kind of difficult, and we will, in the later part of the series, I will come to those difficult problems which we face in Power BI. Okay, so I can use it as a comparison that it is much easier than the other tools or other services present in the market right now. Okay, of course it is a powerful visualization tool, otherwise it won't be marketed with such strength by Microsoft. And this is very, very important. Okay, seamless integration with Microsoft ecosystem. I will tell you exactly what it means. Now what happens is that when big corporations come with a product, okay, they don't just come with one product. They come with this product which can be used by other product and which is necessarily being used by another product, and for that there is an add-in of another product. So they come with a range of products. For example, if you see Apple as an organization, it came with the MacBook and the iPad, and for the iPad there is a specific charger. Cannot use an Android charger. For the iPad you have the iPen, you have the pencil, you have the iWatch, and they have a range of products. Similarly, if you compare over here, what Microsoft has done is that it has created an entire ecosystem of systems wherein you cannot remove one system and just use somebody else's. If you are using an Azure system, it becomes kind of a compulsion, if you still want, you can go with some other systems, but they make it really tough, they make it really hard to use something else with with the products that they actually come in. So if you are using an Microsoft Azure system, it is wise to use Power BI as a visualization tool instead of something else. So wherever you see Microsoft services, Power BI will automatically come into picture. Okay, because of course it is cost effective compared to other Power BI tools, but there is a catch over here. It is cost effective when it is used with a proper ecosystem. There are a lot of things into it, and I think this is a bigger discussion, and once we go into the technical aspects of it, one by one we will cover the costs aspects also as much as possible. Okay. Comparison with other tools. Now tab view, I will not go into lot of other tools, but I will go into the next competitor for Power BI, which is tab view. Okay, it is great. Tab view in fact has more visuals or kind of some more features incorporated into it, but it is 100% a little bit more expensive. And also what the problem that it encounters it with a Microsoft ecosystem, it becomes very difficult to incorporate tab view. So people, for the ease and the benefit of using entire ecosystem with very smoothly, they generally opt for Power BI. Okay. It also has a stronger community and support. So if you actually post something, your problems in the Power BI community, you do get answers. This is from a personal experience. And Microsoft does support a lot of things with Power BI. So definitely it becomes easier for the person to directly use Power BI with other Microsoft services. Now this is another important thing that people generally use, that when should I opt for Power BI. Okay, there is no definite answers to it, but I will give you some hints on when you can actually recommend Power BI to be used. Okay, so if you want to show certain KPIs to the client, Power BI is a good opt-in. Okay. Second is, if you want to share certain insights about your team or the SLAs that you are working on, the S1, the P1, P2, P3s that you are working on, how much SLAs, who is doing what work, etc. Third is when there are profits in picture. You want to show your budget and the profit and the revenue. That time also Power BI is important. Third is when you want to live stream something, live data. This is an important aspect. If I think of it, the live connection to Power BI actually is beneficial in lot of projects. It just gives you live updates on your data. Okay, so these are some hints where when you can use Power BI. And of course the main important hint is that whenever you see Microsoft so just आँख बंद करके Power BI use कर लो. Okay, so okay, just kidding. Let's move on. Okay, and its relevance in today's world. Relevance, I think these how can anybody say that it is not relevant? Okay, so data is the new oil. Okay, everybody is fighting about data, and Power BI actually makes data accessible to anyone, any Tom, Dick and Harry can actually take that Power BI report which has been made by you and me, technical people like you and me, and they can just check the data and be an expert in it, and come the next day and ask you questions on it. So it's advantage and a disadvantage, but that is what a tool is. It makes your life easier. Okay, and it helps organizations to decide on something. That's why skills in Power BI, if you see today, are very high in demand, and it can actually boost your career. Okay, in my series, okay, that I have on YouTube, that I will be putting out every week for people to know Power BI. I will be going through generally all the important topics that are needed. I will also help you in preparing for pre-PL 300. I have personally given the exam 2 times already. I will be giving it the third time also in future. So I will help you prepare with that too. And generally the topics that I've mentioned on screen are just the because I had to mention something, but in short I will be going through whatever I can, and I can show you all. So now I forgot to mention one very important point. A lot of people have come and ask me whether just learning Power BI can it make them break into this software industry. So I don't think so. My personal belief is that Power BI is a great tool. It's a great add-on to your resume. Okay, it can actually take you from that the X factor kind of. But उसके पहले आपको कुछ आना चाहिए, और वो आना मतलब according to me, if you ask me, you should know one database language, one coding language, and you should at least be aware of cloud fundamentals. Okay, take any cloud, anything you want. You like Azure, you go in Azure. You like AWS, you go in AWS. You like Google, take Google, no problem. But you should 100% try to go in these technologies, and then Power BI will be of great help, and it will be like the cherry on the cake whenever you actually give interviews. Okay, so it's relevant, but before that you should be aware of certain factors. Okay, because even if you make dashboards on Power BI, DAX will be pretty much easier if you know SQL or any other database language. Okay, so that's it. I think I have made a big dent maybe in understanding what is Power BI, and as beginners, I think you will be very clear why it is important. And most important is, please do follow my coming videos, and 100% I will make it helpful to everybody. So thanks for watching, and come back. Bye bye.